Brazilian team still falling behind by one map.
Okay, Haven, G2 on defense, 2G on attack. What's
That's
Baby Bay Vice? We saw this on Corrode.
That's what they're aiming for. Trying to make it here to champs will be a great.
Oh, it was
check
G2
mark
I was
here
thinking
for the
about
side
earlier
of
when
the
someone did
Brazilian
this
team.
comp.
Mentioned that a little bit before. Even this win as well.
Overzealous with the
against
Prime. Thank you to the
Ascension
A-Months
team
as well.
Boost their mental so much.
What's not Unreal
Taking the last
5
two
engine?
Americas
Dude, I
finals,
haven't. The problem
be able
is,
to carry that for the rest of the
I just
season
don't know
and
what I'm
start
talking
G2
about when it
for
comes to that, man.
just right
I have
as
worries, but no one
G2
else seems to have
now
worries. And everyone that says that it's going to change the game
right
has
into
just
that
said it's not going to change
defensive
the game.
position on either side of B.
So I'm coming in with the expectations that all my pixel
Feels come in
lineups
here under the
are going to be
silence of that
exactly the
smoke under
same.
paranoia as it
Because
happened.
people have said
Now
that
they're
it should
trying to
be the
break
same.
BC
But I
link,
don't believe that.
Baby Bay is going to be there to lock it down first.
But I've been told to
Flash
believe
down
that.
and up through the smoke as they just continue to
Well,
get the kills.
an easy
across
retake.
the
Tried to play on
board
site.
out
Got wrecked a
2G.
little bit.
They had the setup here, you can see, with the shock darts with a bit of the spray out, but they didn't have enough control of the site.
Very, very
and they
nice
do
on
not
this.
have control of the round.
Balloon
Now on the
RL,
three,
thank you so much for the 2
and
months.
that's a defuse for G2.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried, dude.
Big retake,
be
but
honest
like
with
the
you.
HP remaining for those players. It was almost doable in that chaos there for 2G. Baby Bay getting the fuse
I'll still
here,
talk
trying to
wishing
get
you would come
closer
to
the
Sentinels.
ult on the side of Vice, and when you look
Me
at it,
and
you still have to commit
Shaz to do a watch party
the
one
amount
time.
of practice that has
It
to
would
come
be fun.
through for the latest player for this side
Yeah,
of
it was
G2,
tempting at one point.
having to play Chamber on certain maps. Viper on load is going now into
Get ready. Ready? Ready?
Oh, the Lysol.
going now into the Vice now.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, they 5-man Lysol'd them.
A little bit of an OD there to the Chinese teams.
Yep. That's funny. Coming out of the first series, Baby Bay talked about the camaraderie, the brotherhood that he saw with these guys, and you know how he wishes he could be a part
You
of it.
study
And he is
computer
right now,
science, you can answer any
reminiscing
doubts
that
I have
when he
about
was
UE5.
playing with FaZe and that was the
Okay.
way. So it must be
Bruh.
awesome to have this team to play with here.
It's an eco
as
round, I can
Jonah
talk a
P
little bit.
starts them off with his stinger,
If I have a
and then
pixel
Baby Bay
lineup
right behind
and it
him to
bounces
help
off a
too.
small thing that's on the
That's
wall
the
right
thing, he wants to
here,
elevate the game
you're
with
telling me
G2
if it
in
goes to
terms of what they can bring
UE5,
outside
it would
of
be
the
exactly the same.
Hype each other
That's the
up,
only concern I
be
have.
more vocal.
I just want to know the lineups are going to be the same.
If anything, though, the crowd's definitely vocal around Jonah P with these eco kills.
One enemy remaining.
Whoopsies. Just caught him right there as he turned around. Looked more like timing
will.
than anything. But it might have been that attempt that we saw. And they'll grab a second round for G2.
They said it
here
would be the
from
same on
that
the new
defensive
TikTok.
side. And
I've been
great
lied
push
to
towards
before, man.
Mirage to hold that from their defense was
I don't trust easily.
really able to shut down 2G.
The
So
assets can be
what do they do
reused,
here?
therefore they
Is it
should
gonna
be
playing
exactly
every
the same,
prong
no
of the map,
change.
or they're gonna
Okay,
try to
then we're
play
good.
one side of the map to
Then let's
start?
bring it
It'll be
on.
Very interesting to see how they get around this G2 defense.
Start in their rifle
It's 2
round
different
for
sources now.
2G.
I believe it.
You're right, a little bit of a slow default looking at different angles.
Do the
Wall
right
here
click
with the
wall
right
to
click
take the
just to give a
orb.
chance to get a
Man,
free orb.
why
That
have
means
I
you're not
waited
gonna
so
fully
long
commit
to see
into the
teams
C
do
site.
this?
It'll be even
That's
harder
what- that's
for
how
you
you
to
should be
scale
playing
up
this
on that
comp.
side 'cause you don't have that wall to work with
Try to get
anymore,
those
so
ults early. I will say though, they
G2
are
starting to
miles
realize
away
that.
from the main
So
ults.
Joggamo's pushing all the way up. Has full map control, and they've also pushed on the side of the A for G2.
They should line up videos early. It's
Great
exactly the
information
same.
gathered.
Nice.
Yeah, like you said, 2G defaulted, but it seemed like G2 was just like, all right, keep pressing W. We'll keep pushing. Valen went all the way through. He's back towards sewers, but the Stingers just
When's
gives
it
him so much
released?
confidence in those tight
I
spots.
thought they said the 29th, but I
Makes
think I'm
sense. You
wrong.
gotta close the gap. You're on
Yeah.
a bonus round here for G2. You're playing stingers in your hands, so you want to make sure they get the maximum value out of the bullets. That
Okay.
said, though, just
It's
trying to
right.
bait
It is the
utility.
29th. Dude, that's in 4 days,
Still
man.
a great stall on the side here of G2. This hit's coming
Yeah.
towards the A site. Razor Vines to slow things down. You could give yourself a sight smoke and still play close
Okay,
range.
in reaction
with
to
your
losing A, we
stingers.
take the TP, and they broke the trip
Pretty
at the
much been
same time,
telegraphed
so it
with
creates a
where
little bit
G2's
of pressure
positioned
just
on
in
the
case there
map.
was
I mean,
someone over
already
towards
Joggamo's
here.
been able to teleport
waiting
towards
for the
spawn. He was
push.
watching a trip at long C
1,
the whole
2,
time,
3
so
over
he's giving
towards
the
site.
TV
Omen
info.
flash on short.
Not mid,
Omen
not
flash on
C.
site. No one sent it
Now
on
they
site
have
yet.
those 3 towards A
Gotta-
ready
guys, you
for
gotta go on
2G.
site a little
Spike's
bit.
going to be able to drop one, though. Trent
Ooh,
goes
that was
down.
nice.
Spike
TP
continues
pass.
through the
The
site
smoke.
towards that right
Let's go.
side with silence, and they're able to get a kill. Jonah P
Bro,
slows
these guys
it
are
for
insane
a
with
moment
stingers,
before
man.
he goes down to the trade of Gobera. And now the 3v2, or 2v3, I should say, as they enter back in.
Uh-oh.
There's one quick one from Joggamo, getting the Stinger close, getting that
This
Stinger
is it.
power. Now Baby Bay, does he have wings? Can he fly out of here and get the kills that he needs?
Nope, he'll take the stairs.
He's going to take the stairs.
No
Yeah,
wings.
That's fine. Not this time.
Damage would be good, though, so he'll stay around the map, try to fight this against the last 2 players of 2G. If anything, die to Spike. It's either or.
Yeah. Die to Spike, but not an alt orb.
The thing that's good at least now for the side of 2G is, again, just
Keep him
making sure
interested.
that they really work that map around before they actually go for the side exec.
The guy's going for him.
Oh, he's going. He's chasing. He smells him.
Because you talked about Jogamo pushing and keeping out
Okay.
towards that spot and saying, look, there's no information around here. But when you
Yeah.
looked at the position how G2
The delay, no, they had good
maybe
delay.
they stayed anchored
Fawns,
up towards that B
smoke,
site because that wall
and
was bait in the
Teva,
first
right?
place. And because you're also playing a Viper wall on the defensive side that kind
Yeah.
of slices down all the way down towards window, they still
Oh,
have the
and
lack
Viper,
of
okay.
information of where 2G, if it's be late hitting
Viper
towards this B
only.
site. So it didn't have a full stack towards A. Give a chance here for 2G to really scrim into that A site and overpower here their
Good
opponents.
1 minute video. I mean, yeah,
Great
Dan,
heads-up
I'm
play
down
too,
to watch it, Dan.
Because Jogamo TP'd across 2 tripwires, and it's still being watched towards that Sewers. Despite the loss of that fight, they still knew that the fight was coming here from Jaw.
Whoa. They give no respect once again to that Sewers play. Instantly to the extremities here. And they still have a look down long C, so they know there's no activation again. Like you said,
Keeper,
just
you
B
hit.
is that worry. And they don't feel like it's a worry at all.
Where's
with
Keeper?
the way they close in on it on the side of G2. Silence doing so much work last round and this round here. Start to capitalize.
You watch that one, Keeper?
Spike
You don't
as
sleep?
well picks another one up onto Valen as they start
That's
to
the-
just shred
that's kinda what
the
we were
numbers
talking
on the
about.
side of G2 here.
Yes, yeah.
Buddy system
So
through
strong, dude.
Garage. They do have that B control, but you see how careful 2G's moving.
Yeah. It's going to have to be a retake play on the side of G2. Ooh. Although Jonah just got spotted.
Spike planted.
I love the amount of attempts, the fights we're seeing here. Just a solo flash there to
What do you
try
think
to
about
take one
Viper
down.
Fade making a comeback?
Might lose
think
his
both
life
the
in these
agents are
fights now as he's just
strong.
drawing a little too much attention, but
Especially
the
Fade,
damage
man. I
onto
think
Trent
Fade's great.
could
And they
get him.
combo so well.
Yeah,
At least the
Baby
Fade
Fade's got
combo
enough
so
time
well
to
with
come
the
around
Aura.
the outside. There it is, the cleanup as they are just working
Feel
their
bad
way
for
and
2G,
closing
dude.
in on the 2G.
I don't want
Members
him to-
defuse here. As Baby
I
Bay
think I
gets
want
it to
all the
half
Ascension
traded
teams
off.
to at least
Still
have a
nice
go
little
in
setup how they
Ascension.
can set things here with this wall from Jonah
But
P at the
it
very
doesn't look
beginning,
like it's gonna
because
be like that.
sometimes they usually just place it so that it comes across here all the way in the front of window. This time it cuts all the way inside. It's kind of like they wanted to funnel 2G into
Did Boaster play
the
well
choke
earlier?
point
Dude,
of
he
the
was
A
fragging
side.
pretty heavy.
And then they had the perfect players and the perfect numbers in there to really snuff out those
He was
players trying to
fragging pretty
keep
heavy, and at the same
up
time he
long
was
A
throwing
for
guns
the
to
side of 2G,
his
so
teammates.
very nicely done. A little
Taking
bit of
hits on
variation
rounds.
that we don't really see from the Viper
Oh,
walls in the
snap.
first place.
Okay.
We're bringing back the Nene from 2013.
This guy. It probably feels like yesterday for him.
Yeah, man, and there you see the default wall that I was trying to mention here. So it allows for you to retake a little bit easier towards that C site, but previously it was really designed on the aggression that G2 wanted to bring towards this A site.
Chogamo operator.
Please don't use the ult into
Like
the
you said,
eco.
moving, actually pushing very
The
far
next round's
up.
going to be so fine.
Gets the jump out. This is the first time we've actually seen G2 be comfortable with giving up, kind of C long, and they're just playing it back with that wall, as you mentioned before, making it difficult to pass through these quadrants now created by all the utility, needing util themselves to get through. That
Wait,
was almost telegraphed.
what happened there?
Valen's like, thank you very much.
That's why they wanted to give up a little bit of B. Breaking over that wall gives a chance for Valen to get a pick, escape, and if they try to move up on a split, then at least Flash Razor Vine to slow things down.
Good slide.
2G
Dude,
now
why are the
regrouping
bunnies
to try to
fighting
work
so much
towards this
today?
A side,
I chat.
forcing a little bit of util
gotta
out
stop
on
the bunnies,
defensive
they're going
end,
crazy.
So there's
One
not
sec.
too much left. Jogamo only has this flash with the op, which then now gives a chance for 2G to maybe stay as a group. Not until that happens.
They're still so comfortable. They have 2 over towards that site. Vice util still on A if Jogamo did get anything, but the fight's here at B. They're just cleaning up 2G with answers across the map if it wasn't to be at B. So yeah, G2, great macro, great micro right here. And what is the window 2G can find at this point, right?
Well, again, I was just thinking of using that and wasting that util from G2 could be a death ball and try to go for the contact play here towards that B site, but
I'm back.
instead we TP in. And not only did we TP
Dude,
in,
one
that
was
was a
just
spike
chasing
on
him
top
around
of that
non-stop.
coming through just behind, so definitely missing a little bit of a coordination on the side of 2G.
The 2 bunnies the
Space they
beef,
wanted to
dude.
create.
They've actually been pretty good recently, but today,
Josh RT fist
not a good day, man.
for a round.
One of them's woken up pissed.
But yeah, you're right. There
Taken
needs
out
to
on
be
the
a little
other.
more coordination there with 2G when they're activating. Oh, well, maybe they can coordinate off of this. Eyes now
Okay, this is the
inside
big
sight,
round.
behind enemy lines, but no one there quick enough to activate just yet. That dimensional
Vermin
drift
flashed
about
their
to
own
run
guy.
out.
Big
It's going to be a
flash,
solo
though.
play here from Spike, and it almost gets 2. But Valen's now in a tight spot, quickly getting help from Jonah P as they enter the site. The Dastardly duo doing what they can to just drop people left and right.
Dude,
They're
not
falling
bad.
themselves.
Not bad, and they get the
ult
ult for the next round, so they can kind of string two together.
Kill contract as well. Should be an easy plant out for 2G. There was a great stall in the very beginning on the side of G2, but the rest of the team finally followed. All you had to do was wait for the Razor Vine to dissipate on the side of Jonah P, and as they did that, you saw the flash finally come out.
Okay, your ult gets you a win. ISO ult should get you a win.
Lacking a little bit here
2G against Apex, who wins? If Apex aren't running double duelists, then I'm pretty sure 2G wins.
Look at that position. Just out angles, easy done.
Turn up the heat accordingly, right? Get in there with dimensional drift, have everybody just flying in behind that. Even on the delay of the vines, not too much of a problem. It's just the teamwork made the dream work on that one.
Yeah, we got the server drone. Sorry, it's got the server ult, so we drone
doesn't see
insta.
anything. They deactivate really quick so they can get themselves into a position to start fighting here. But now they actually have to deal with Jonah P's ultimate, forcing the hand of everybody to move towards long A safe.
Silence has a kill contract. This should be easy to open up here, the A site, if they still want to commit into this. But they have wasted a lot of util in the very beginning, which was all heard by Jonah P. So we have to slow the tempo now on the attack.
Yeah.
This camera is just still trying to create noise to make G2 think that there's still lurk in positioning coming on that side. You're starting to see it. Look at how they move. They avoid this Prowler. You still have the kill contract out from Silence. They might try to pull this rotate across from the ult and then start walking into the C site.
That's the only site that doesn't have util. I mean, you can see Baby Bay putting the Vice util everywhere. So it just becomes hard for 2G. But now they actually go back towards it.
Honestly, there is a world where the clone gets hit
here. Not really finding too much across the map, right? There's a bit of a adventure from Spike to create noise, but that's already checked out now by the side of Trent, so they know it's fake. Paranoia is flying through. Double taps on. Silence looking to make
He killed the guy who's gonna ult.
Through a little bit of smoke to do it and find who's outside this. They are just spamming inside.
Well, his Vice ult's sick though. 15 seconds. They literally have to send it with the classics. Oh, this is a disaster from 2G.
Still jammed on the members. Now they finally come back up with the weapons, but they haven't done the dance enough around the smoke here from Jonah P. And it's only going to be Gobert left. He gets a shot, another flick kill.
Oh, bro, he actually managed that. He took the duel at like 0.5. Ah, dude, this was such a disaster, man.
But who is ready? It's Jonah P to stand tall in his ultimate.
And the man that stayed in his ultimate from the very beginning of the round stays alive in it towards the end as well. And that is a lack of coordination on G2's side. I really thought you were going to try to use a kill contract to at least open up that side of the sewers. By not using it on that side, it makes it very difficult for Gobert to move through and for anybody else to split with them on top of that. When he used it, it was trying to open up against Valen, but he already lost that fight. I think that was against Silence
all in the open. Nah, he was going for the Omen back at site, but he just got killed by the
But yeah, that was unfortunate on that side of 2G. They had a great idea
to
though.
bed?
When we mentioned that hit towards that garage, it ended up being
bro.
a fake towards the end, and they called the audio to move towards that A site. But it was just lacking, again, utility to really open up that site. Imagine if that pit was gone. I think things would have been a lot easier for 2G to scale into the site.
Should be trying to ult the Viper there. I think they had a good idea that the Yoru clone was inside the Viper pit, waiting for the sound of the
quite comfortable in their game plan so far.
Waiting for the sound of the shield to be popped.
Potentially at this point, maybe you want to start.
I'm pretty sure they were on top of that.
Viper wall on this side of middle.
Tribal Kings with the Prime. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate that.
Utility on that side of the B site, although lacking to bait util into the garage.
3 hours, 30 minutes.
Sometimes when he set up here from this side of Baby Bay,
well, I hope that's what you get,
Keeper. The flash is always really up in the garage when he sets it. So 2G really have to do a better job right now of manipulating these 3 sites on this map, which they haven't really done
Thank you,
so
mate.
far.
Thank you for doing that.
And I feel like 2G made it pretty far on that last A hit, focusing most of that Vice util now over towards A to stay, with the rest of the map covered by more of the agents, rest of the team. Now it's kind of 3 hovering B, 2 on B, 1 garage for that rotation towards C mid if they need to get anything on this one. What are they? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's too much, man.
Usually working pretty good here for 2G.
Jokomo's giving him a gun.
Seems like they slow it down a little bit more, use that buddy system, and are taking less peaks that would really put them in a disadvantageous situation.
Definitely the pistols are really good against EG so far. Good on this opening.
Exactly where you are.
So Hero Guardian becomes now information as he ult on that body.
Take the 1v1.
Baby Bay goes for all the
With the
util
judge,
to activate
Baby,
right
you
now.
gotta
So
get out
they
of
just
there,
have
mate.
to take a breath right on the side of 2G.
Baby Bay.
And they walk in the spike right behind the duelist. Baby Bay is lurking though.
Baby
the judge
Bay.
could do a lot of damage, but he gets flashed
Guys.
right at the last moment.
We've given them so many guns.
Now able to come in.
We've given them the perfect guns to hold the site.
Flash. Rendering it difficult now for G2 to get the retake. I don't even think you can use the Nightfall anymore because right now Jonah is being blocked off by a trip. Yeah, this might be just a save towards the end. Very hard to do here with losing all those players in the very beginning on that front B site. So what was supposed to be disrespect this Viper wall in their gun rounds for 2G becomes that type of play on an eco. And it works out.
The over sneak, yeah, pretty much.
So much information after that pick and the ult being thrown here by Gobera that it becomes a free plant and a free round.
In 2G, they run this all the time, right? We'll see this. We'll see a lot of hero rifles. It'll go across different people. I think one of the ones that works best is with Gobera, because he also buys a Guardian. The lower buys to recoup some great guns as he goes down. Caster Curse. But yeah, it just works out really well if you're looking for the most investment in one of the ways that they do it. But there's a lot of times we'll see 2G happy to have a rifle on one and Sheriffs on the other, and they do a lot of damage. Whether it's the round win or not, they drop their opponent to make that cost.
Ran out.
See Baby Bay still trying to play a bit of that solo anchor role for some moments here behind his utility. I'm sure it's in line with what the team wants, but 2G may be figuring that out a bit. Might want to punish it if they can find him again. This time in B though, so it's not going to be
They'll do the bait here. Wait, who used this setup earlier where they go to kill with the Vice and then flash and swung? It's very similar.
The attempt was there. Go for the aggressive pop flash right through the Viper wall and trying to just get players in position, but beautiful flash being set up here once again. Just G2 displaying different types of setups on their defensive side, either it be on a set or
I'm
now
back
on
again. Can you name all 5 players on Furia? Oh,
John
Jesus. Furia? I don't think so. Heat.
To the next page. No more mid control. A split
Nah, I think
towards
I'm
the
lost there, to be honest with you.
Free kill.
I got 1.
Giving G2 enough credit in these situations that they'll be ready, that they'll be patient to keep those forward defensive spots.
They just changed 2 players as well, man.
Here, or not Jonah, Baby Bay. It's in a pretty scary flank.
Is it? Is Tui's on?
They're going to pressure it. That's going to be a Stinger getting a little upgrade as he moves his way
What are the
through
2 guys
Baby
called?
Bay is now going to be closing
What are the 2 new guys called?
Last member of Spike.
I was flaming you guys earlier for not remembering them.
They have Spike, so they really don't need to move back towards anything else.
They also cannot give them one-on-ones though like that.
Spike is also Spike, and he is doing a thing right now as he starts to move towards the objective.
Tui's.
15's going to have to move quick, but thankfully Jonah's in a great spot.
Bang, bang.
What's the...
That's the technical term.
They got an Italian guy in their team, right? I think.
Jonah again there as a savior for the moment.
Dude, I've got nothing, man.
Another round.
I got nothing.
3 here.
Urango, that's who I was flaming you guys for not getting earlier.
6 from map to map. They have to pick up something.
Italian? Do they have isn't basic Italian?
Kind of touch and go really worked out for them and got G2 slightly antsy enough.
Down by 76.
Time to jump.
Yeah, at least if anything from the fast tempo from the previous round, they started identifying how Valen's currently playing the sewer smoke. Not really giving himself a sight smoke, but it's an aggressive smoke right here at this spot.
Bro, he's Italian.
We got value off that pick off the lurk from Gobera. Loves to play the aggressive angles on his defensive side. It's a high-low. He's just crouched in front of Trent.
Dude, you want me Fury? You gave me Team Secret and Furia? You've absolutely owned me.
Wall is still up towards B. This might be the next step now for 2G.
That was pretty telling. The Prowler just went long to see nothing, and only Yoru bottom mid. So you can already see they're not buying it. Valen's already backing up to the site to make sure they have a little pressure. They'll check one more time and probably make a move up long now to create and gain that space. Beautifully played there at A.
Tui's and Heat are the main ones.
G2 haven't been doing anything in mid. They're still waiting for G2 to peak. They got to get this activation in soon. There it is. There it is. Prize unwrapping 1, but Jogmo unwraps 2 as Valen gets his own. Oh, it falls apart so quick, Vansili.
Looked so good to start. 2G getting great openers into the garage. But just a slight overcook when they saw this control that they had and map control towards C. They called for the rotate back on that side, and
name the whole AG roster.
Really makes it difficult. Thankfully, those spike is still up and gives a chance here for Prize to at least get a plant. He's actually far away from the last few players.
Advaso was standing in.
G2. I think that even 3 rather. I didn't even say that Jogamo's still alive towards A heaven as well.
Definitely help. Like you said, money in the pocket here. Drop a few guns would be even better. Gets the tag on him, so trailed all the way through this by the fade. Nightfall.
Soap too dirty with the prime. Thank you for the 15 months. Thank you for that.
G2's running up here because Prize is deafened. And now the gap's been closed.
And they're waiting for each other too. Okay, now swing. Everybody one time. No mistakes. Not playing with their food this time as they just want that, and it's going to go to Trent. He just used the ult.
Yeah, they're running away with this a little bit.
The read at the beginning for 2G was quite nice, though. They engage into the garage. They heard the judge being shot by Baby Bay. Baby Bay goes for the reposition right at the same spot, and you just spray into the garage doors, and Spike gets that kill. So good reads on them to open up that side, and then that happens, unfortunately.
Shorter, I can just end it, right? Just toss.
Wait.
Yeah, Dead, right? You can just
yes. Everyone agrees. 10 out of 10.
Oh my.
At least 10 out of 10 on a defense for G2 so far.
3 more away from that. Sheriff here for the side of Gobera. They're still kind of low buying in to make sure they can squeeze in some of these buys while still getting their full gun rounds in. Hopefully not shy on any util.
Okay. Decoy also starting off the wall in this
garage
side.
Hello.
Honestly, it could have been way worse.
Corners can be like that when you don't check them. And it looks like that's one of the first times they actually were able to insert in that corner. So, you know, why would 2G be kind of worried about it? It's an always have to worry against G2 kind of thing.
And that's the difference here against G2. Just remember that first map when you're playing an off-angle inside wine after like 8 rounds on your defense for 2G. It's still being cleared by Valen. So that's just a lack here of trying to find that information and identifying these positions that players could be at. Valen doesn't even care here about being hit by the vulnerable. And Prize once again on the 1v4. Cannot get the single pick there onto that one player in the front.
Yeah.
Last round before the switch.
Yeah, no, they're playing super loose. You're not wrong.
Pulling away finally in the last 3 rounds here.
Yeah, I mean, it's again, seems to be just G2 in full control of this map. I was just going to mention breaking that wall in the first place with the decoy could actually be quite nice because he had potentially ways to close that gap on the A side from the fake from the garage because that kill contract was still up. But they didn't check the corner to lose 2 players in the process and any type of momentum they wanted to build into the A side hit.
Oh. Almost trying to play off the flash. He's going from all around the map. Oh my gosh.
Dude, called it straight.
The Hunter's Fury a place to shoot. Eyes in the sky, if you will, as the kill contract comes out here. We're finally going to see
sick.
how this happens through the wall instantly. Could have had a Valen there with a double tap up. No worries if you did get hit. And this is a
Baby's just strolling around the corner, man, and got hit by a strail.
Brushed off the pressure of this 5-round gap.
That was sick.
And played what they wanted.
4 on attack,
Good
on the comp's attack side is.
They work really well behind the dimensional drift. It's just,
How do you feel about tying Duelist instead of Premier? I would like them to run a double Duelist. What was the Duelist that he struggled on today a little bit?
This looks to be a sealed deal now for 2G for the last round.
Time to jump. You're done.
Last few kills from Jogamo. They look for the spike here, but LSE is able to get one. There's another one onto Trent.
Yeah, what's the
They cannot get through the 3 members of 2G. That's 4 on the attacker side as they now move to defense, and it's going to get only tougher from here as G2 are going to have rain over
How did
that
May
attack
look
side of the
today?
map.
Dude,
That's the thing, just a little bit of
same old May, man.
They're coming out for 2G side.
Just winning everything.
4 rounds at least, but end of the day, it's still G2 showing that they still have full control of this series. 2G, they have to come up with something here.
And before our next half, we're going to throw it over to Dryad, who's at the watch party booth with a very special guest.
Who we got? Who is it?
Thank you, guys. Yeah, I'm here with Eugen, who I heard you're a little bit of a variety streamer, but I also heard that you've been here a few times to the Riot Games Arena, so what keeps you coming back?
I just think that it's really fun to feel like the energy of the crowd compared to
me
just
one
watching
day.
the games at home. So
One
whenever
day.
I do get invited, I'm just like, heck yes.
Dude, I don't know streamers chat.
Here,
Be nice to me.
What fans do you think are the craziest that are always so energetic?
I think Sentinels. Like, I think the crowd is always biggest and most hype whenever Sentinels is playing.
And I also heard that you're an Astra main. I'm a Reyna main, like big main, you know? So for Astra, do you have any tips for the audience?
No, I peaked Diamond. I don't think I have like any liberties to tell people how to play or what to play.
Okay, just playing the Astra, having fun. That's great. And also for this series specifically, with the two Ascension teams, do you have any predictions? What I mean, it seems like it's a bit one-sided, but what do you think?
I'm gonna go with the popular choice of G2 probably winning it, taking it home.
All right, it does seem like that's gonna be the case. Thank you so much, Eugene, for joining us. Can we hear for Eugene in the audience? Thank you guys so much. We're gonna toss it back to the casters.
Thank you, March, Eugen, and Dryad. And Diamond's nothing to scoff at there. I'm sure a lot of people out there are looking for tips.
Is that still a 0.1% of the
that's
audience?
up there.
Yeah.
It's up there.
You can do it. Yeah, maybe one day. Maybe one day we'll get there.
All right, we are going into game now with 2G, G2. Do have double controller on this one.
We beat Berlin for stage 2? Nah, I don't think so.
No Astra.
Can you name all 5 Talon players? If he gives me Talon, I can do Talon.
At least is the preparation here that FaZe could bring.
He keeps getting me. He keeps getting me with teams that have changed their teams recently, man.
On their side too, since the early days of challengers. This time around, you're looking at this matchup though.
Go for Talon. Primi, Tai.
LZ going for
Killua.
Double smokes, paranoia, and armor to help out the team on
Cruz
these
and
fights.
Jit Boys.
But they're definitely looking to disrespect the utility to start things off on G2's slow pace because of the Viper Alert potential now over on their attack side.
Let's see that.
The assistant coach.
Get up there.
I've nearly got his name and I can't remember his name.
Himself, right? How do you beat Smeeg? Is it with Smeeg? Is the question. Spike's going to try here to stop that right in his tracks. I'm going to regain that health off the C's decay, so not too big of a problem there.
If he gives me teams that haven't changed, then we're fine.
Definitely. They have player
if the teams that have changed recently for stage 2, I'm done.
Used right away here for LZ for that fight into the garage area. So he gives a chance now for G2 death falling into the A site.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like it's theirs. It's full retake. A lot of good utility to come back in with the Sova.
So Jonah just went for the lineup here outside of
Paper X members,
slow things down
come on.
with the poison orb being thrown towards that spawn.
Yep,
now you cycle these smokes, make it a lot more difficult for 2G to retake.
They're trying to hide in it. They're actually going to eat a flash right inside too. All of them try to turn that,
oh,
so it's going to delay.
Dude, they're so good.
Gas in the phase 2 is that
this Jorgemon pushing, man. Bro, it's such an easy game. Why has he done this? Jorgemon's given him opportunity.
Find 3, but he runs out of bullets. Not the extended clip he wanted. Prize and Trent. We're not down to a 1v1 just yet, but Trent's able to get that without the help of Jonah P, who was just creeping back on the long side. And Valen very proud of his team in that situation to keep it going.
Yeah, when you look at it for G2, it was very annoying.
Can you name every player that's been on Paper X? Oh no, I would miss a few, I think.
A little bit of an overheat coming out from Dogmo, but thankfully you have Valen right here with the trip kill.
Who's the guy they had at the beginning?
The Des talked about him having a life game.
Who's their Sova player? Sheba, that's it. I would have forgot him.
Well, it's Valen having another great game.
Yeah, I would have forgotten Sheba for sure.
Leading a charge for G2's victory against 2G.
The deadlift becomes a power lift. He's just absolutely wild in these past series here for the team. And right back into the site. I mean, it looks like we just started from inside the site last round here with the speed that G2 is trying to work. Flashes are up, but even when they're flashed, they're still pushing forward. They're adding
just sending it through the smoke,
to the mix, making it difficult even if someone does peek to get those targets in. They're all on the same page for these plays, and it looks fantastic.
So we had great value in the very beginning from the recon guard on the defense. They're just
DRX? Well, DRX would be hard with 7 players.
With the stinger buy.
Yeah, I can do DRX. Wait, what's the new guy called?
Utility on top of that to stack with, a lot more util. on the attack to just not give a chance here for the Brazilian team.
Oh, I'm not sure I could do DRX.
So, like, everybody is, but they're so happy.
I can get 6 out of 7.
Stinger for an extended period now into this round.
Like,
the other,
that's it.
so
yeah, I could get 7 out of 7
saved
of
up
him.
because they have that. But now it's up to them to create those close quarter situations that you were talking about before. Get the return on that Stinger as much as possible. See if G2 can prevent that from happening as they start long and play long from just about every
That's it, yeah, I can do the Japanese
It won't be
teams.
as easy here for G2 to get value to close that gap with the Stinger. But I remember when they're getting a lot of good value out of this is because they're playing, for example, Breach Teo in the past, allowing here Jogamo to gain some space. So you're seeing the difference, playing more of a death ball. 2 players following behind Jogamo, TP's into the site, and now here's the battle coming through.
All the way back to the right side of Logs, gets the bite down, and actually
No, man, this
all up through that as the kills are trading into sight. 2 to
Yeah.
2, and now it's just Jonah P. After the swarm of 2G hits the site, Jonah gets a Stinger through the smoke, goes to the
He
classic
thought he'd be a
jumper on
lot
the
closer
right
than he actually was.
side. But Prize
thought he'd be a
locks
lot
it down,
closer.
and it's not going to be enough.
Professor thought that his last opponent was trying to close that
The
gap after he
DRX.
got his first pick. You
Yamin,
see on the other end, Prize stayed
Mako,
very patient out in
Flashback,
the open and
Bane,
making sure that he plays a distance against that close
Lika,
range Stinger, potentially even a right-click classic.
Freeing, Estrella.
He runs right into it and dies.
Coaches,
That is some heavy damage being done on the econ for 2G.
Solo. Dude, what's
Losing
the
this
other
round here
coach
for
called?
2G would put the attack side at 11 and a broken econ for the defense.
Tommy,
So they
bruh.
have to win this
Tommy.
round very cleanly for 2G.
And they have an
It's not
assistant,
with
they have an,
aggression, it's with
an
information.
analyst, bro, but I'd
Recon
never
to start
remember who
things
that
off,
is.
Not being broken up, so they know now that G2 is kind of leaning towards mid, which is why
Solo?
you see the
You're
instant
not
TP
solo?
away from Spike to
Oh, it's
support
Glow,
down the
bro.
baseline from
Yeah,
off.
yeah. That's my bad. Tommy and Glow.
Trent finds the ISO.
Dude, I
They
knew
know
it was a guy that
exactly where
used to be a
Silence is
player.
now. Depends on how much they've seen around the ISO and if they've actually seen Spike and
That's
Silence
the coaches,
doing this
all
buddy
6 of
system
them?
walk around as LZ gets the Guardian to sing, starting off on a Jogamo for a very important round here.
Yeah. John once again. In
Can
these
do
scenarios
that.
where
I can do that.
he dies and he's putting G2
Assistant coach
in a
is
position
C9, that
where they
one's
have to
easy,
work
that's
as a group
googly.
once again, and it works out. Counter lurk, one, a push up towards front B.
I used to play CS against him, so that
Beautiful
one's easy.
trades. G2 now somehow in a lead in terms of numbers.
Jonah. Jeez. Sees it, sets it up, knocks it down. Just the 1, 2, 3 here in G2's instances. Now it's just going to be Gobera keeping himself safe.
Probably keeping his gun.
Yeah.
So we talked about the broken econ. I mean, thankfully,
Absolute
silver
Jupiter,
lining
not a
is, if you
chance,
remember
man.
the first
I
half,
remember Bass, though.
you
Bass
had a
was a
similar
beast.
scenario. Gobera with a hero rifle, couple of shares across the board, classics, and they were able to win that round and convert it on the side with an opener from Gobera. Now it's going to be a little bit different because they can't dictate the pace. It's G2 now working on the attack side.
Do
Again,
all
this
of the
is
all
an
gamers, bro. I'm not sure I
opportunity
could
for the attack
do.
to be pretty much at 12. Unless a
I reckon I
miracle
could only
happens
do
here
2
on
of the
side
Chinese
2G on the
teams.
defense.
I'm not even sure I could do FBX. Hold up.
And another round there for G2.
Oh,
Quite a few
awesome.
alive as well as they bolster the
Berlin.
money. They get closer to 13.
Life.
And now
Yosemite.
I think 2G is kind of out of options.
An
They
A.
have things to run,
Okay,
but
we're
they've
fine.
been figured out by G2. The options are there. It's just which ones can they vary and spice up here to throw.
Right? Is that right?
G2
That is
off.
right.
They don't
Okay,
just
yeah, yeah.
consist of that
Oh
particular
god,
potential
I'm
drift.
second guessing myself about everything now.
Timeout will come in.
It's too much, man. There's too many
See if they can
teams,
set
dude.
up that
Too many
aggression
teams, too many
against them. A
players.
few more rounds here and throws G2 off.
Yeah, it's a very important timeout being called here by Phasor. Of course, this would put them at
What kind of a
deficit
trend
where
is
G2 could just
FNS
clean it up
started,
on a
man?
2-0 clean win. But once we get back into the game, you'll notice here, chat, that we are basically 1 away from 3 ults being Dimensional Drift, Kill Contract, and also the Omen ult. If not, if it comes down to maybe Prize 2 away from his Hunter's Fury. This might be one of those calls where they have to add that pressure to fight control into A main so that they could potentially get good value off the Jonah Peeler.
You think
And if there's
Ascension
nobody
teams have
fighting
some kind of
back here on the
mental
side of
block in
G2,
Tier 1? No,
well,
not
at least
really.
you
I
have that kill contract and a dimensional drift
think
that
it's
you
just a
could pick
bit of a
up
learning curve.
and utilize that into the later rounds.
I mean,
so I think
the problem with
that might have
2G
to
is
be
they got so many
Hail Mary for the
curveballs,
side of
man.
G2
They
to stay
changed a
alive
lot of
within
their
this round.
teams.
And look at how they're
They had
rotating
to wait
across here at
for
the beginning.
Spike's
Three of them already
actually
moving towards this A side. Maybe
become
even a
18
TP
so he
being
could
set
play in the
up for a
league.
fast
Like, they just got
rotate from
owned a
Spike
little bit.
over to the C
A little
site.
rough for them.
And I wouldn't be surprised if it's 4 players on a 4-1 setup on that side of 2G.
With that gate crash towards the other side of the map, they are going for, just like you asked for.
Yeah, they had and sorry, they had everything else on the B side and C side to really get information for the side of Cobera.
Trent right down long, somehow separated from 3 that could have been peeking. Probably some util also going off, so not all guns out here, but that's 2. And the action long starts to initiate as well. Silence coming up with one, but he's going to be low on this. So is Jonah P, but Jonah still wants to fight. Nabs off the double tap as well, I believe, on Silence.
Kind of ends with Baby Bay taking all the space, right?
And that's going to wear out. He won't be able to activate another orb either.
This
Creates enough pressure, flash bottom middle. Did they rotate away and then they're going to walk back A after cutting sound? The masterclass.
And then go for a
he just broke the trip. I mean, it's good enough.
Unfortunately for Spike, yes, he's able to get the dimensional drift, but that's after he gets picked off there by Trent. Whereas you've mentioned here, Riv, the counter aggression coming out from G2, knowing the win con for 2G on that previous round, or in this round rather, they just wanted to fight toe-to-toe. Wanted to show that they could brawl just like 2G. But the more that you're racing down this clock, again, an opportunity here for for Silence to play the 1v1 into the Gulag.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, once that plant comes down, it might be the hit. G2 knows they're out of sight. Less than 20 seconds. Nobody's going to be silly enough to play
even try and ult.
Right? No,
I don't even know how to handle this.
And it's going to be that plant.
Ah, he's going for it. Gets the spike, and Cobera just meant to send it. No shield on this one. Oh, nice shot though. Okay, now he has the shield for the retake.
He comes back in. It was Cobera waiting just a moment for his teammate to get back in for the 2v2.
Ah, dude. The phones is incredible.
But it's slowed down by Razor Vines.
The drop to his left. The drop to his left. He hits the box. They weren't expecting it. It didn't make the full sound of breaking his own ankles. That's one from Valen.
The great fake TP.
The leader to put him on the
oh man, it was a great fake TP, dude. It was really nice on this 3v2 to pause. Create pressure with the trip break.
Continues to shine for G2 is the IGL. On the side of Valen, now dropping 21. Over 20 bomb into that one, and that 2v2, I mean, it worked into perfection for 2G to isolate that fight towards hell.
The ascent was close,
it's Valen leveraging the util out from
the ascent was doable.
Fake TP, swings out for the 1v1.
Let's go, G!
Puts G2 at map and series point.
And you got to be considering these are not rounds that G2 should be winning. That's a 2v1. Just the way he played it, yes, they can be won. It's not super bad, but G2 has done it multiple times to add up to super bad now, right? They have just won so many rounds in the end there that they probably should have lost, and that's why G2 continues to be G2 12-5 now here in the second map.
My hope is that Superbad is a good movie, so that 2G maybe could turn things around now in their mix bags of tricks, Hunter's Fury, and also the ult available here from the Dimensional Drift. This is a perfect opportunity to play at G2 where you can combine these two ults. But you are playing a very forward position on the side of Prize, and Spike's just going on a little bit of a stroll. Never expected the lurk here, the position from Trent outside of Garage, and that combo is going to be gone.
My ultimate is ready.
Jonah, rest of the team squeeze in here to add what could be the final pressure points onto this match versus 2G. Cobera again with the Guardian. Comes up big, gets a ping, but they both jump out safe. Oh, he's trying to go off the residual pings from the ultimate. It's just not delivering enough info in time.
Yeah, it's done.
And now they're set up to drop into the site.
Too hard, man. They got to all go heaven or something. 2 heaven, 1 floor.
But G2 still stands a member up.
Now you had no choice but to drop down heaven to get the most value.
Might be 2-0 today.
Now long range easily
might be the 2-0.
G2, 3 kills in an instant when you think the play had a little bit more to go, but that's been the story of